I'm thankful that you did me wrong, cause now I got it right, I promise you gon' miss me gone. I done seen it all like the first picture phone. They wishing on my downfall with the wishing bar.
The industry grooms them to be open to it. Like if we go back to the Big Papa video, right? Why is the lead person out of all the bad bitches in New York City back then, even the women in the video, right? Why was the lead a transgender? Why was there, you remember the scene in the bathroom? Why was there a transgender pissing in the bathroom with the and the guy? You don't
Standing
remember?
up, right?
Yeah. You don't remember there's a woman in the bathroom with klepto, and I can't remember who the other person is, and they looking at the nigga ding ding, and while they standing at the urinal. Like, why is that in there way back then?
Got you. And I just pulled
now look at the girl go to the scene when Buster's talking to her at the bar, and Big walk up and move the nigga.
Unless you on cloud 10, I know rock. How you heard the motherfucking word? What's good, y'all? It's yours truly. Once again, HeartBreak Ace. For me with my content or not, hit that like, comment, subscribe so the algorithm gets breaking content every time I upload. It's no Diddy. I got a special delivery. Now the algorithm, it's best you get these people these videos so they can like and subscribe. Or you can go with Diddy and the rest of these niggas get ready to go. I ain't playing with you, boy. Chill out before I get tight, man. You beat me in the trap. It's going down. For real. Pause. No Diddy. But you read the title. These Diddy tapes. And according to the prosecutors, these Diddy tapes is going to end the whole Hollywood in its entirety within 30 days. Why 30 days? Because they reveal all the names within 30 days in this indictment with Diddy. It's more than just Diddy going down. And they gonna tell you themselves. It's a lot of people going down in this situation. It's looking real ugly. We got victims as young as 9 years old. Half and half, 120 victims, 60 male, 60 female. It's a lot to unpack. Pause. But I ain't gotta keep speaking. I'm gonna let you hear how the prosecutor out himself, man. This is looking real spooky. So you already know what we doing, man. It's the op on the block. Especially if you had something to do with them Diddy parties. You already know what I'm gonna do if you're familiar with my channel. We ain't letting them sit there to get away with it. Now, we ain't no snitching nothing, but if you did anything like that, you gotta go. So you know what we doing. Mask on and mask off. You scared, stay home. Let's spin the block.
Last 25 years, some very big and very important cases. I believe that this one may surpass them all. There are many facets to this. The conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. There are many people and many entities involved. And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter no matter who the evidence implicates. These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. And you should know, to the extent the clients feel comfortable, we also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. Now, before we discuss the nature of the claims and claimants themselves, let me comment on the large volume of calls we have received since our first announcement. Even before the indictment of Sean Combs, we had received a small volume of calls and had screened a handful of cases. After the indictment of Sean Combs and the announcement that we were pursuing these claims, the floodgates opened. People who wouldn't otherwise, for a variety of reasons, are now stepping forward to make their voices heard and to pursue justice. But no, most of these people are scared. They fear backlash in their communities. They fear backlash in their own families. They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. And as is always the case in situations like this, when a celebrity is involved, people can be downright mean and nasty. You would be shocked at the length fans will go, no matter the evidence to the contrary, to defend celebrities they love. I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics. I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media. And when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct. They should not be targeted. I want to say this, and I want to be clear about it. Although we are vetting each call as stringently as we can, I always start with a mindset that I believe victims. I believe victims because I understand the tremendous courage it takes to step forward. So if you're watching this, please hear me. If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone. There is a great strength in numbers. You can seek redress. You can obtain justice. We can help you, and we will help you. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against. We did not enter this fray blindly. I wish it was my last such fray. I wish this type of behavior wasn't so pervasive, but it is what it is, so we will press on. As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. You should know, in this group, it is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. And I want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of. The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. Now, although most of the victims who have stepped forward were victimized after 2015, this has been going on for a very long time. Now, when you think about the fact that some of this conduct occurred 25 years ago, and you wonder why would it take somebody so long to step forward, I want to remind you that many states in the United States have recognized that it's very difficult for a victim to step forward and to make these types of allegations when something very terrible has happened to them. I'll use New York, the state of New York, as an example. The state of New York has specific statutes in place that revive claims that are even claims that would typically be not able to be brought, that it revives such claims and they can be brought even 25 to 30 years later. Because there's a recognition there in New York and California and other states that it's very difficult for a victim to come forward. And I would respectfully suggest the only reason many of these people are coming forward because they see other victims coming forward. And it gives them some comfort that, hey, I won't be the only one. And I expect more victims will come forward. You know, there's an old saying, it says, a lie has great speed, but truth has endurance. The acts complained of in these cases that we're going to file occurred primarily in New York, either Manhattan or the Hamptons, or occurred in California, primarily in Los Angeles, or in Florida, primarily in Miami. Most of these events and incidents occurred at parties, typically after parties, or album release parties, New Year's Eve parties, 4th of July parties, something they call the puppy party, the all-white party, although several of these events occurred at auditions. Many times, especially young people wanting to break into the industry, were coerced into this type of conduct in the promise of being made a star, or in the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape or even let them read for Sean Combs. You should know that some of this behavior occurred at well-known venues in New York City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with. You should know that more than 55% of the victims filed reports, reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals. We're in the process of collecting with our team assistants, medical records, reports that were made to the authorities, and I've already said that some of the individuals in this group did in fact talk to the FBI. You should know that several of the individuals, and when I say several, I mean many, who did in fact seek medical treatment were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine, or trank, which based on our research is known as a horse tranquilizer. Now, there's been a lot of reports that we're filing a class action. This is not a class action. Class actions when one or two people file a case on behalf of a group of people. That's not this. These cases will be individual cases. Each case will live and die on its own merit. These cases will be filed individually, one plaintiff against whoever the defendants were involved in the case. Each case may be filed in one venue like California, another case may be filed in New York. One case may sue just Sean Combs, but multiple other people. One case may sue a range of people. I would expect most, though, to be filed, as I said, thinking or hoping, or perhaps believing that I may start naming names. Well, that day will come, but it won't be today. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are. I call them the facilitators of foul play, willing participants in vile conduct. As we identify them, each will be part of this case as defendants. These defendants will not only include individuals, but would also include corporate entities who ultimately profited off of this culture and behavior. I'm looking at banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels. We know that many of these individuals were paid cash. We know that many of these individuals involved, whether they were the ones being assaulted and abused or they're witnessing other people being assaulted and abused and then paid and threatened and told to leave. Typically paid 10 grand in cash and told to leave. And then threatened as they were leaving. So in addition to Sean Combs, you should know the defendants in these cases we're going to file will include anyone, of course, who engaged in the assault or exploitation, anyone who participated in such in any way, anyone who encouraged or facilitated this conduct, anyone who was in the room and watched it happen but made no effort to stop it, any venue or venue owner who was aware of what was going on but failed to stop it, any individual or entity who knew about the conduct and benefited from it but did nothing to report it or stop it, and any individual or entity who covered it up or helped cover it up. These people who know who they are should just come forward now. I would imagine, as we speak here, there are a myriad of people who are very nervous. You can't hide skeletons in the closet forever. I would expect there are many people out there right now who are desperately searching their memories as they delete their texts and data. Now, although these are, in fact, individual cases, there is a common theme, an MO, if you will. Typically, the victim is lured into a situation where he or she is given a drink. Typically, that drink, reported by these victims, is apparently laced with something. Once that drink takes effect, the perpetrators perform all kinds of sexual acts on the victims, many times passing him or her around, as other people watch and enjoy the show and then leave the victim ashamed, confused, injured, and wondering what happened. When the victim reaches out, he or she is told not to say anything. Sometimes there are threats of physical violence or financial repercussions or bodily harm.
They're not public information yet, but who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
yes,
right?
Without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you. Cheers to that.
See you at the white party.
Also known as Russell Brand, yes. He's very, 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 very dear friend of mine. We go way back.
We've got a lot of history from the projects, of course.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Very rough in those days. A lot of bother in the projects, but we've come through it now. Things seem to be working out.
Yeah.
And I'd like to.
It felt a little. I'm sorry.
Liked it.
Yeah, you liked it.
Yeah, I felt so affection. I didn't feel comfortable enough to sort of start embracing you, so I didn't want to be.
Oh no,
I didn't want to overburden you with affection, but I felt that you were in a position to have pressed an arm on me. I mean, I didn't let it cross over into the area of being physically aroused or anything.
Yeah, none of that.
It was a back door.
None of that. But you know what it is? We're going out on like a date, a straight guy date, like
straight guy date.
To a guy's night, 48 hours
puppy with like a with a normal date between like a man and a woman, or perhaps two gay men or lesbian women, the best possible result of that date is sex. Now with our heterosexual date, what is the best thing that can happen between us?
We can find some women to have sex.
Alright, y'all, we back, man. Wasn't too long, like a little 10, 15 minute swerve maybe. But I saw the op on the block. I got him immediately. Because he was with Diddy, man. They got to go. 120 victims is wild, bro. And they got it on camera. At people places. That's up there. We're going to be familiar with every name they mention. And they in all positions of life. From famous venues. They endorsed it. Political government organization endorsed this behavior. You got kids just as young as 9 that you promising record deals, get them alone. In auditions? And they gotta give you fellatio for a record deal that you don't never get them. People in there watch y'all pass around minors, have sex with them, and y'all thought it was humor. That man said, what we suspected forever has finally been revealed in Hollywood. That means these tapes that he had for his blackmail was a gift and a curse. It was a gift for us to find out and finally end this elite bullshit, but it definitely was a curse for him. He had a good tactic, good blackmail tactics, but it backfired on him. And I'm glad it did. When they start trickling down within the next month, which is before Christmas, by the way, which I think they trying to make a statement. These higher ups that normally enjoy themselves and Christmas time coming, they getting ready to shut all that down. You won't have no Thanksgiving, none of that shit going on. The names will shock you, man. Drugs that we ain't even heard of before. And who the fuck giving people horse tranquilizer to sedate them, man? Who doing that? Y'all are millionaires and billionaires. And the best thing y'all can do is have minors and drug the minor. Like, I should have said a trigger warning before I even shared this video, because just him giving the details of what this indictment is about is shocking and sickening. Especially for people like myself that's a father with boys and girls. Like, bro. Man. In his own video, like, he can't even lie because you was blackmailing him, but you on video having sex, well, molesting and SAing, you know what I mean? Minors, boys and girls, you on video doing that. Diddy. Now we can't feel sorry for him no more. If we was having any type of sympathy for this guy, we can't no more. They got it on video. And they just gave you a detail of what they saw on video with their own eyes. And like everybody else, I'm pretty sure we all waiting to see these names that he getting ready to reveal. It's one name in particular I know everybody expecting to hear, and I hope they don't, because me personally, that's always been my all-time GOAT. But I'm not gonna be fanned out. I'm a grown-ass man. I ain't meat riding nobody. If you caught in the act, Jay-Z, you gotta go. Sorry. It's gonna hurt me. I will be heartbroken. But if you caught in the act, you have to go. But I hope you're not. Like Dame Dash that said, I hope the only bad thing you ever did was fuck me out of my money. Which is what I said. That's mainly what he's known for. Over hustling somebody out of their position. But he's the ultimate hustler. And that's two men with their little personal little beef. We can't get mad at him for that. But if he involved with any of this, even if you was there and looked the other way or didn't do anything to stop it, you still just as guilty. Because that's enabling it. You accepting it in front of Diddy, he gonna think it's cool to do that. So if you watch him do this to like minors, especially like little boys, either one, but especially you watch him do that to you, do some gay shit to a little boy, you got kids, and all these years we've been seeing you cheers with this nigga and all that, bro. But we getting ready to find out. This Diddy indictment is huge. He getting ready to take everybody down with him. Literally. The whole Hollywood is getting ready to change. By this time next year, it won't be Hollywood no more. This is a trial he already lost. That's why he's trying to get out right now. But they're not letting him. And it's like, if they would have let him out, they wouldn't have his victims come out. 120 victims when he came out, they would have let him out, because he would have forced their hand, and they would have been scared or whatever. We know this. Let's be thankful that they were smart. It rained on top. It's over. You can forget about those times. You got to know this. They got these videos. You can't keep having your lawyer saying this was a lie, this and that. If they got it on camera, ain't nothing you can say about it. But you can try to lie and say they blackmailed you to do it or something like that. Nah. We ain't going for that. We ain't going for that. I hope they fucking destroy you. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. They got you on camera doing shit like that, man. We not giving you no type of leeway. You have to go. And whoever involved with you have to go. Whoever watch you do that and then do nothing or say nothing about it, they got to go. Whoever endorsed you, I don't care if they're the president, political, whoever, they got to go. All of y'all have to go. Forever. It's time for the people to take back over. Like it was in the origin. We govern ourselves. And we do things with genuine love to grow the world. That's simple as that. Y'all had everything in the world y'all could possibly have, and y'all decided to destroy people like that, and then don't even let them have a better life for themselves, just for your happiness, for your pleasure. Now you about to be somebody named Billy Bob Pleasure behind them bars if you don't commit suicide. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I'm about to vomit just thinking about this whole little situation, man. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how y'all feel for real, man. People like Diddy, man, in this world, show me every day. And it should show y'all why I always say, love each other. No Diddy. Till next time, it's yours truly, Heartbreak.